We working out the kinks tonight, getting all the kinks out to get these live streams a bit smoother.
Call from.
Greenhouse.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Yo.
What up, PanKnick?
Yo, what's good, man? What's your name? And
This is Greenhouse,
where you
man.
from? Where you from? What's your name? Where you from?
Greenhouse, North New Jersey.
All right, bet. What do you think about this, man? This Derrick Rose trade. What do you think about it? How's it gonna affect some of the younger guys on the team?
I think it's perfect. Well, first of all, shouts out to you, man. I love the channel. I love the insights. I always stay tuned.
Definitely.
In terms of Derrick Rose, I mean, I think it's perfect. I think it's perfect for more than just basketball. First, we need to get out the zone. Second of all, we got too many guards. We need to just clean that up and stop wondering about DSJ. We don't need to wonder about that guy. And honestly, we don't need to wonder about a couple other guys either. We just start cleaning up. Yeah. Mentoring, I don't know what he's going to do for that. I don't know if he's that kind of vet, but he's going to do everything we need him to do. I don't mind if he starts. I don't mind if he comes off the bench. Mm-hmm. Whichever one. He's not going to play more than 25 minutes.
Nah, definitely. I mean, I don't think he could. Like, the way he likes to play, mad athletic, I don't think he could do more than 20 minutes doing that. Especially, at least if Tibbs want him to play some sort of defense. I don't think Rose has the stamina to do that anymore.
I think he's still on a restriction.
Yeah.
I don't know who imposed it. I don't know if the teams just imposed that on their own with how the Knicks review it. They're probably treated the same.
Yeah. What do you think about Frank, man? Wait, hold up. My bad. First of all, when you had said the Knicks are cleaning house, you mean cleaning house from the Steve Mills era, all the guys that they picked up? Because I noticed some of the guys they got.
Yeah, it just doesn't serve us anymore. I mean, I'm not gonna say they're cleaning house. I'm saying we should clean, just clean up a little bit. We got all these loose ends. All right, think about it this way. I look at players I like Frank. Frank is my guy. But if he's not in the rotation, I look at Frank, players like DSJ. They're like holes in the bucket. If we're trying to pour development into Obi Toppin and RJ Barrett, and we kind of I feel like some of the development is weak. We worrying about these extraneous guys and we're not even playing them. It's kind of just a waste. We should just trade them.
Yeah. Do you feel the same way about Randall? What do you think about that since he's taking up Toppin's
spot?
Ooh,
that's my guy. What? I slandered that man last year. I called that man Julius Randle. That's my guy now, though. I think I speak for everybody on that.
Yeah, but how do you think they feel about him? Because they definitely spent that top, first overall pick, not overall pick, but the first round pick on Randall, knowing that, on Obi Toppin, knowing that Randall occupies his position. That's mad weird, right?
I don't know, man. I think they picked Obi before they knew Randall was gonna blow like that.
Yeah. Randall's still young too. I believe he's 26, still in his prime.
I'm not hit with the draft bias, bro. If we had stuck with Kevin Knox for that long and he started blowing up, then we would feel mad good about it, right?
Oh yeah. You know what's crazy?
I'll treat Randall like we could build. I look at Randall like somebody we could build around. Because his game is stable. He doesn't rely, it's not I don't look at any part of his game, in the next 6 or 7 years, that any part of his game will, decrease. It's not athleticism or anything like that. He plays, kind of a slow, plodding game. He's going to be strong. He's not going to not be strong no more. So, I look at him as durable, reliable player. He's an 82 game, 22 and 11 guy. Why not?
Yeah. As long as he's not dribbling like crazy, because I know you be nervous just like me looking at him dribbling on top of the key. Oh,
a little way less nervous. What do I get nervous for now? Oh, I get when they kick it to Alfred in the corner, I get nervous nowadays.
Oh man, yeah, Alfred be making crazy decisions.
He be thinking them joints too. Randall's that stretch we've been looking for. I think maybe over the last 2 or 3 games he got to be over 50% from 3.
Yeah. Randall is definitely doing his thing. But my only thing is just this whole Toppin situation, where does Toppin get room to grow, get them heavy minutes so he can kind of get in rhythm? That's why I'm trying to just, I'm just trying to see past the trade deadline, what they're gonna do. What are they really thinking?
Ain't LaMelo Ball coming off the bench still though?
Yeah, he coming off the bench, but I think he's playing decent minutes. But I don't think Toppin is getting those type of minutes right now. Because it doesn't matter if Toppin starts or not. It's just I'm looking at the minutes logged in. It's not that much. You know, especially for a young guy, you know, he kind of got to get in rhythm.
That's true. I don't know. I really don't know about. I have no idea like the prescription for Toppin. Like he looks like he's gonna be good, but they like this looks like it looks like they don't know what position they want him to play right now because of the Randall situation.
Yeah, Randall, man. Just Randall, you know, this season is unexpected. No one really expected him to be playing like that because we seen a glimpse of it when he was in New Orleans. A little bit with Peyton. They was doing their thing for like a few weeks when what's his name, Anthony Davis was out. But you know, last season I don't know if because the Knicks didn't have any direction, Randall did not look like that at all. And then this season for him to come back the way he is, it's just kind of throwing everyone off. It's like, damn, we drafted a power forward. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck is gonna happen now?
I think they were counting on moving Randall at that time when they drafted Obi.
My thing is right now, are they still counting on moving Randall? Like, I mean, what if they?
Oh, you think they're still moving Randall?
Yo, his contract is not even guaranteed for next year.
They're taking the option.
I don't think they got an option. I think his contract is just not guaranteed. That's it.
Nah, it's
Oh, you're saying it's a 2 year with?
Ain't that an option?
You saying it's a 3 year with a? It's really like a 2-3.
Yeah, the third year is a club option.
Oh, okay.
So we can just take him or leave him. Yeah, and we definitely take him on. What? He's getting paid like Zach LaVine money.
Nah, like I think his contract is more incentive based though. Like this year, he might hit some of them incentives. I think like making the All-Star.
Yeah, he got like $1 million kicker for All-Star or something like that, right?
And then making the playoffs.
And some like all defensive kickers too.
Yeah. I mean,
well, no, I think it's like all NBA.
Yeah, and then also for the Knicks to make the playoffs. I mean, the fact that now the 10th seed could, you know, be in the knockout rounds, that may kick in for him as a bonus.
I say build around Randall. I mean, I'm not like, ain't nothing about Obi Toppin make me feel like we got to get rid of Randall right now.
Nah, yeah, I feel the same way. I feel the same way. I'm just wondering what is Leon Rose and his team is thinking, because, you know, they be making moves behind closed doors, man. They don't let nobody know. You know, I mean, they let go of Alonzo Trier out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they got there, so, and they didn't really explain that shit to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like they make their moves low key.
I like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. We
actually talking about making moves. You do you think we can finally start? At what point we start calling Scott Perry a good GM? Is it when we pick with the Dallas pick and it's like a good player?
Scott Perry? I mean, I don't know, because he's kind of, I can't even say it's him that's really making the decisions. I feel like they just picked up his option because, you know, Leon Rose showed up. He probably didn't have a guy in mind to take his position, but he's just there right now.
You think they do a weekend at Bernie's with Scott Perry?
Yeah, I think so, because I don't think that's their guy to go on, like, I mean, we'll see what they do this year, but he had a 1 year option. They just picked it up, but he's like, they're kind of giving him,
they got some good guys behind him.
They're kind of giving him the Elton Brand treatment. You know what I'm saying? It's not really him making the choices out there in Philly, you know?
I don't care who it is, man. When the choices that they're making, I'm rocking with those.
Yeah. It hasn't. Well, I mean, since Leon Rose came on board, it has been pretty good. I can't front.
Yeah, man. I think it's gonna take that Dallas pick for us to be like to start looking at the moves we made since when did Scott Perry come? 2018.
Scott Perry, he showed up. The same time. Yeah, like 2018.
One year after Steve Mills got promoted, right?
Yeah, I think the same year as Fizdale.
Yeah, 2018. Yeah, but since then, been a bunch of cap clearing. It's been we flipped a role player.
Oh hell yeah!
Messed up on a couple role players in the past, but starting to get some good ones. He took a flyer on Julius Randle.
Yeah, Julius. But you know what's funny about Julius Randle? That is Magic Johnson's slip up. Because when Magic had showed up on the Lakers that year that he got LeBron, he actually let Randle go for nothing, which is crazy. Because Randle was like he was a top pick, man. He was like at least a top 6 pick. And he just let him walk for nothing and go to the Pelicans. So that slip up, when I seen Randall first coming to New York, I was like, yo, the Knicks could finally capitalize off another team's slip up. Because I've seen other plays that the Knicks used to have end up leaving the Knicks and then being mad nice elsewhere, like Trevor Ariza. You know what I'm saying? Like other plays like that. You see them play elsewhere, you're just like, fuck. It was on our squad. But like now it's like our turn to get somebody else's like fuck up.
Out of everybody, that's about to be Frank, honestly.
Yeah,
it ain't gonna be Dizzy J. It ain't gonna be Kevin. Well, I don't know about Kevin Knox, but definitely Frank's next destination. He's gonna start producing at his very next destination.
Yeah. Once again, Frank Ntilikina has only played 4 games out of the 25 games so far, which is crazy, averaging 10 minutes a game.
Yo, you go ahead. My bad.
No, yeah. I just wanted to point that out to the audience. Is Frank just 4 games played? That shit is crazy.
I looked at the Knicks statement on IG. I'm like, Dennis Smith only played 58 games for us? For real?
Yeah, just he never really got healthy like that. It's just 1 minute he's unhealthy, and the next minute he's just too inconsistent on his shooting and on his decision making. The shit was crazy, man. It was bad actually. It was bad.
Pistons fans is type excited. I've been looking at their pages online and stuff. They'll be like, yeah. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
What you think? You think he's gonna blow up in Detroit?
Nah, I don't think so. Dead ass, man, I don't think so. Because
who else do they have?
I mean, they got Jeremy Grant doing his thing. I don't think they're gonna let Dennis Smith Jr. fuck up their flow, especially what Jeremy Grant's doing. They're not gonna let him ruin that.
He's doing for them probably what Randall. I'm not watching their games, but he's probably doing for them what Randall was doing for us last year. I mean, I don't know if he's making like screw ups, but in terms of just being that role player to come in and put up them numbers for no reason.
Nah, yeah, Jeremy Grant, he's averaging like 24. He averaging like 24 and like 6. Like he's actually killing it. And he's
Tell me about it. He's carrying my fantasy, and I picked AD, and Jeremy Grant is killing it on my fantasy.
Yeah. I mean, if the Knicks could continue like trying to get gems like that, because like you said, Jeremy Grant could be like, our Jeremy Grant could be Julius Randle. I mean, we just don't know it. We just probably stuck on the idea of getting a superstar through free agency. Maybe this is like our way of getting a player. It's like getting a guy who
Julius Randle.
Yeah.
Definitely better than Jeremy Grant. More like I would say if Julius Randle had a counterpart, it'd be probably Zach LaVine doing for the Bulls.
I'm not really comparing the two as far as skill. I'm comparing the two as far as their situations. Like they didn't really have a home. They was looking for somewhere to go, and then some team gave them a chance. Like that could be our come up.
I don't know why the Nuggets didn't pay that man.
Who you talking about?
Jeremy Grant. Who they got starting right now? What is it? Paul Millsap probably?
Nah, they did offer to pay him. He wanted to take a bigger role. He wanted to be the main,
I feel that
guy.
too.
Yeah.
Talking about free agents, man. See, that's the one thing I didn't like about the D Rose trade until I thought about it. After I thought about it, I'm like, all right, cool. He could send a message. Like, if D Rose is happy, he's going to send, like, the message to the free agents about the Knicks is kind of already out there. Like, the team turning around. But it'd be, like, really solidified if you see Derrick Rose, of all people, be, like, happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he was literally left here, like, with mental breakdowns and stuff.
Yeah.
So, like...
I mean, definitely.
That's the silver lining. I feel like that's my favorite part of the signing because I feel like he's going to change what free agents we get this year.
Oh, I mean, other players been starting taking notice because they could just see the people that they got around the Knicks players, like the development coaches. Everyone is like respected that's on the bench, and at the same time, because of the COVID situation, teams right now, not every team has like good money opportunity as New York does. So New York looks extra appealing because they could make mad bread off the court. So I'm telling you, man, guys, they're taking notice, man. They're definitely taking notice for sure.
But at first, I wasn't into it because I'm like, dang, I wanted a point guard, but I wanted a point guard at free agency. I wanted to get Kyle Lowry. So I'm like, dang, Derrick Rose. I'm like, that's not bad.
Yo, speaking of Kyle Lowry, he's available. I think the Raptors about to pull.
He's available this year.
Yeah, he's available. Now he's available for trade. Like I believe like 2 days
ago. Oh,
it's
like that?
Yeah, the Raptors, they consider shopping dude around. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I would just take the dude to free agency.
Yeah. So I mean, there's gonna be. I mean, the free agency list for 2021, it was supposed to be good. But then because everyone signed, I guess everyone's scared because the money went down a bit. Everyone took the guarantee. Now the free agent list is not really that good. So guys gotta be digging extra hard to get gems this offseason. So like you said, man, with Randall, it could be a different come up for the fans. Like, we didn't necessarily, have a big splash in free agency, but this is our come up. Like, we got a guy and we kind of built him. We took a chance on him and we built him.
What free agents you looking at?
Yo, to be honest with you, all the free agents I was looking at were like kind of guys that was on like rookie deals, but their team was kind of waiting on Giannis to make a choice. So a lot of teams was fronting on some of their rookies because it was considered going after Giannis. But after Giannis signed, all them rookies signed. Like OG Anunoby, Isaac Thomas. I mean, no, Isaac. Was it Isaac? Isaac something. The dude in
Jonathan
Orlando.
Isaac.
Yeah, he re-signed. Like a bunch of guys re-signed like right away. It was like a domino effect. So I was like, damn, like 2021 looking dry, man.
True.
So, yo, I appreciate the call, man. I mean, my bad. I'm gonna let you get your last word off.
Shit, I forgot it anyway. It's all good. I know you trying to wrap up.
Yeah, no, not really trying to wrap up. I'm trying to see if someone else is gonna call up. Try to leave the lines open. Try to get someone else's.
That's all good.
Nah, yeah, definitely, man. I appreciate.
I want the seat.
I appreciate you calling, man. Definitely. You signed up for the email list, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I'm definitely hit you guys up with the notifications. Probably do a better job next time and just kind of notifying everyone because YouTube be kind of funny with the notifications when you go live.
This is the first live show, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is the first time I'm doing a live, man. Trying to get the feel of it, seeing what's good, chopping it up, man. I appreciate you calling though, man, for sure.
No doubt, man. I'll be checking you out.
All right, definitely, man. Stay safe out there.
All right, peace.
All right, peace. All right, y'all. So I'm just leaving the lines open once again. You guys check the description below. Sign up for the email list. The number will pop up right there. You guys can call up. Let me know what you think about this Derrick Rose trade. How's it going to affect the team going forward, especially young guys like Kevin Knox, Frank Ntilikina. And are they actually on Tibbs' hit list, man? They actually going to remain with this team or not? You guys let me know. Yo, Chef, man, I see you out there, boy. Pick up the phone, man. Give me a call. Yo.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press...
Yo.
Yo, what up?
Yo, what's good? What's
Chef
good?
NYK.
Yo, where you from?
I grew up in Strong Isle, man, but I've been in South Florida for a minute. But
All right,
Knicks all day, man.
Oh, hell yeah, man. There's mad Knicks fans down in there in Miami. People in the South Beach be fronting on the Heat, man. Be more Knicks fans down there.
Man. You go to the games, you see more Knicks fans. That's a cool thing, though. You go to a Magic game or a Heat game, you could find like a good amount of Knicks fans to chill with.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I have a question. In Miami, how come the Heat fans treat the Miami Heat like a club, man? They show up to the games like an hour after. It doesn't make any sense. The game starts, it's empty.
Yeah, it's a different world in Miami. You know what I mean? And I feel like since Bron left, I mean, you got fans, especially for last year, but it's more of I feel like Miami's more of a Dolphin town. It's more of, you got a lot of Hurricanes fans. I'm like an hour and a half, 2 hours north, but,
All right,
you got a lot of Dolphins fans out here. I mean, there's Heat fans, but it ain't like, you know what I mean? I don't feel like anybody really rep like we do with the Knicks,
Hell yeah.
It's a little different feel.
Yo, low key, man.
Obviously,
those Knicks
LeBron
games
years
are
was
like
crazy, though. LeBron, when he was out here, was everybody was on the Heat. But
yeah, because, Miami got them bandwagon fans, but I believe there's more Knicks fans out there because, when we play them games be looking like home games. Seriously.
Nah, it is kind of, man, because you got so many people from. Because if I want to catch a game, I pretty much got Orlando or Miami. You know what I mean? Now I'll go visit up north and stuff, but you try to get to those games. Like I might try to get to the game tomorrow, but if not, I'll definitely go to the one at the in Orlando next week.
All right, definitely. Yo, so what do you think about this D Rose situation, man? Things are looking up.
Oh man, I really like. All right, I definitely like the trade. At first I was like, I don't know, man, because I was a big fan of Quickly. I'm not gonna sit here and say I thought he was gonna be like, play like he is, but I was a big fan of him of his in Kentucky. So when we drafted him, I was like, yo, this kid, he just had that mentality. I was like, I think he's gonna be good, but at the same time, I think having Rose that takes the pressure off of him. And I seen a little interview today on I don't know if you caught it on Instagram, the New York Knicks post, but he was just getting out to the hotel and he was like, he said he was real excited. He said he didn't think the trade was gonna happen, but he said he knows what he needs to do, and it's basically help the young guys. So I kind of feel like he knows his role. Like a lot of people think he wants to come and take Quickly spot, or he's trying to start. I think he knows what his role is.
Nah, yeah, definitely. Because all that shit kind of stopped when he was in Minnesota. Because remember when he had a couple of games where he was breaking out, but low key, and even in Minnesota, he was actually slowing down and letting the other guys shine. So he started kind of being a more mature player back then.
I always feel like even when he was like MVP mode, I mean, he would score a lot more, but he always looks for that pass, I feel like, when he goes to the basket. And he's still, he's not dunking like he used to, but I think off the dribble, I mean, that first step is still there. I mean, he's not. Yeah. I feel like that zone that they give us, they're not going to be able to do that with him on the court, because he's going to get in that. He's going to get in those pockets, and then he's always going to look for the pass. So I think that gives us a lot of help. Because Quickly, I mean, I think he could be a point guard. He played. A lot of people, I don't think, realize he played point guard in high school. Coach Cal just kind of put him in that role. But
who are you talking about?
I think he has a point guard. Quickly.
No, who you talking about just now? You said Tibbs put someone in that role.
No, I'm saying Coach Cal. Like, I feel like he put Quickly into the role of being a shooting guard. I feel like he's more of a point guard. My bad. But he doesn't. He looks to score first, pretty much all the time. I think that's kind of his mentality. So where Derrick Rose, he's gonna always look to kick it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's sort of.
So I think that.
He's sort of like our version of like a Ben Gordon, man. Like, Quickly, he kills, man, from the 3-point range. His shot is actually water every time.
Yeah, that shot is crazy. I knew he had a good shot. I didn't know it was like that. I mean, he'd be pulling up from like 29, 30 feet. I'm like, God, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then his floater also is crazy. He has a really good floater going into the lane.
Yeah. Some people complain about it, but I'm like, I mean, if it works, man, he's got a go-to move. He's not super athletic, so I mean, he could throw it down, but he's not really gonna, he doesn't like get off the ground like that. So he kind of has to have a move, like a floater or something. But that shot is like. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
Keep
that shot
but it's only his first year for him to be. There's certain things he picks up on quick. Like I believe in the last game, the way he saw the way someone was dribbling and then he got them to travel. He kind of stood in front of them the last game. I believe that was, I forgot who that was on, but Quickly just be making smart ass plays. I'm just like, damn, that's like some veteran shit he's doing. But it's only his first year in the league. So can you imagine as more time goes on, this dude's just gonna be crafty motherfucker, sort of like how slick D Wade is at times, the way he gets fouls or he gets cheap points. Like Quickly seems like he's that type of guy who could be really slick, get some slick steals, cheap fouls, like quick 2 points. Like he seems like that sort of player.
Yeah, he's real crafty, and he's like I think PG Paul George said it. He was like, he's fearless. Because you could tell, like, he's excited, of course, if you're that age, you see your favorite player. You know, I think he had something to say to Lou Williams, and then he had something to say to Dame. But you know, he's humble, but when he gets on that court, he's going at you. That's what I like about him. It's not like he's starstruck or he's like, oh, you know, I'm playing this team or that team. You know, he's just gonna ball, which is like, you know, for a rookie. I mean, this early, that's a good sign, man.
Yeah, definitely. But what do you think about Frank? Like, because Frank has a huge hive, man. Like, oh my God, man, the Frank hive is like the Beyonce hive, man. I don't know what the hell's going on over there.
I mean, my thing with him, I don't dislike him, man, but the only problem, like the problems I've had with him is him staying healthy. And then, you know, I heard like a lot of the coaches are kind of like the consistency. Because you'll have those games where, you know, he's doing all this stuff. And it's like, well, why can't you do that every night? Like, why can't you always be aggressive? I don't know if that's just his attitude or, like, he seems like he's a hard worker, but it's just like, I think the consistency side of it, but it's crazy he really didn't get a chance this year. But you could tell, like I try to tell people on these other chats, you know, people get into it.
Hell yeah, that Frank hive.
You know, NBK fans, you know, other podcasts, but you know, they're like, they're always saying, with Frank, he's gonna be this and that. But I don't know, man.
Yo, I have a theory on Frank.
He just has to show up.
Yeah, I got a theory on Frank. Because Frank was drafted by Phil Jackson. Now, Phil Jackson, he likes those type of point guards where they don't really hog the ball, but there's nothing really special about them. Like, think about it. He had Steve Kerr. He had Frank. He had Smush Parker. I mean, what was that? Yeah. Jordan Farmar. All these types of point guards, Derrick Fisher. They never really did anything outside of Phil Jackson. They never really made a huge impact on other teams. And Frank is that kind of archetype of guard. And he works under Phil Jackson, but I don't think other coaches could really utilize him in the way that Phil could in that old school triangle. And that's where Frank's problem probably lies. It's like Phil drafted you. Phil had a vision and a system for you that you probably could have ended up working perfect in, but now it doesn't really work. The only coach I could really see where Frank could thrive under is under Popovich. Like Popovich,
a lot of people say Popovich.
Yeah,
you know,
like those type of coaches.
I think I agree with that. Like Popovich, or you know, I hate to say it, I feel like the Heat, they just always have a plan with players, man. I don't know, like once people get there, they just have that role. But
but Frank, I mean,
it'd be good to.
I mean, with Frank, like once again, Phil Jackson has that archetype of guard. And I'm telling you, Frank, that's the only reason the Frank got drafted that high, because Phil wanted to run that triangle. You know, that season where everyone was like triangle, triangle. Spike Lee's like triangle, triangle. Like that shit was annoying. But it's like after they fired Phil, it's like, damn, Frank is just stuck.
Yeah. He just kind of had him stuck. And then last year, I want to say I liked a couple games I've seen him in with RJ. I felt like they had chemistry, but I mean, it's just like he got the injury, and then, you know, Tibbs, I mean, he's just not playing. I mean, if you're not ready to go, I feel like he has no problem just sitting people on the bench. Because I was surprised, even with DSJ, because I felt like DSJ was, you know, at least working on his defense. I'm like, all right, he'll get like some garbage time or at least a couple minutes here. He just, you know, even with Knox right now, I mean, I know Knox is kind of he's a player too where people either don't like or you know, so a few people like him, but you know,
but Knox this season, man,
right now, so
his jump shot has been on point, but it's like, how could he really get in rhythm when he's only playing 11 minutes a game? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. It's hard. And then another thing, I think that's where Derrick Rose comes in. What I like about Derrick Rose, you know, Rivers and Quickly, I mean, you know, I like what they bring to the table, but you could tell a lot of times they're just not looking for him. And, you know, if you ball and you shoot like that, you know, you're waiting to get that pass. You don't get the pass, and then it's like people are like, oh, he's standing in the corner, but he thought he was going to get that pass. So now you're like, all right, now you're watching somebody dribble, and then they wind up shooting it. Usually Rivers, you know, he doesn't. Even Burks, you know, he doesn't look to pass a lot. So it's just, I think with that unit, it just doesn't really work for Knox. So
Damn.
I
So
don't know if he
wait,
could.
but hold up. So if that unit doesn't work, I mean, he's definitely not making an impact enough to start in the first unit. If that second unit doesn't work, then damn, like, you know,
Yeah,
it's not looking good. I mean, you just mentioned Austin
yeah,
Rivers. I'm like, damn, that's even a
uh,
more crowded. It's more people at that guard position that's crowding everything up for
true.
Knox and Frank to at least get some more minutes here.
Yeah, no, it'll be good to see, and that's another thing. Like why I like the Rose trade, because I mean I feel like if Knox is in a lineup with Rose, he's gonna give him that kick out. You know what I mean? He's not gonna. I mean, of course, he likes to score, so you know if he has the lane, he's gonna take it. But I feel like he's always kind of looking to the corner, or he's looking for those 3-point spot up shooters and stuff. So that could change. Like that might be the reason. You know, Thibodeau's like, look, we need somebody else like this. You know, at least one player that I could trust to like move the ball. You know what I mean?
And you know the
And
next person.
and no knock on the other guys, but I feel like when they get in that lane, that's all they're thinking about is either making a layup or shooting themselves. So,
like which players? Which players you mean?
yeah, I was saying like Rivers and Quickly.
Oh yeah.
You know, and Burks. Like when they come in, I feel like they're all looking to score. You know, so
And that's the shit we
where
want
a guy
from Frank.
like Rose is probably gonna look. He'll look for Knox a little more. He'll look for Obi a little more.
Yo, but that's exactly the shit that we want from Frank. We want him to be aggressive, more assertive. Because those guys, like you said, they're looking to take their shots. And that's where I'm just seeing Rose coming in. I'm like, where is Frank? Where is he going to fit in with all this shit? It's a lot of moving parts coming in.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving pieces. I feel like there's gonna be another trade coming up soon, because you kind of look at all these guards and it's like, all right, you know, how many guards do you have right now? And then, you know, the rotation. I feel like he could add maybe one more player, but you can tell Tibbs is kind of tough on those rotations. So it's like,
He's
if you're
always
not
like
gonna
that.
use him, you might as well get something.
Yeah,
get
Tibbs has
something
always
out of
been
it,
like
you know?
that. Tibbs has always been like that. His rotations have always been just very few, man. He likes to play the starters like 40 minutes. That's what he's known for. He did it in Minnesota, Chicago. Yeah, he's just he's real strict when it comes to it. And if you fuck up, that's what I like about him. If you fuck up, he takes you out real quick.
Oh yeah, you're out.
He doesn't
Yeah,
act
he
like
did
Mike
that to RJ
D'Antoni
the other day.
and call
Like,
a
I was like,
timeout.
damn, RJ's out of the game, but he wasn't really. You could. I think it was more him being tired or something, because it wasn't the usual RJ last game. I mean, I know that they're pretty good on defense, but he just didn't look like himself. But
Yeah,
I thought
back.
Tibbs would go back to him in the second half. He didn't really, you know, he was like over it. I'm like, damn.
Yo, the Knicks had back-to-back 1 p.m. games. It's very odd.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think when I've ever seen that before. I know it's a shortened season, but I've never seen so many matinee games.
Now I'm telling you, the league had fucked over the Knicks. They gave the Knicks in the first leg 7 back-to-backs after just having like 2 days off in between games. Like they didn't do that for any other team. Any other team, but they threw it at the Knicks, knowing that they didn't really play a game since March, and then they have a bunch of young guys, barely any preseason. They just, and then you add on top of that, you know, the COVID, so they just tossed the Knicks out there like that with that type of schedule. I'm like, yo, what if guys started getting sick and they had to get pulled from games like Kevin Durant? Yo, the lineup would be looking crazy right now. We would have mad losses. Like, yo,
and thank God, like nobody really had anything. You know, we really didn't have any. Bo Burks went down, but we didn't really have any major injuries or anything. Thank God. But they to be where we are right now. I mean, what's like 6th seed, 7th seed, and you know, the schedule is getting a lot better right now too.
No, it should be. I'm gonna take a look at it when it comes back out. That shit should be a lot easier in the second half, because what they did to us, I saw that shit. I was like, yo, they're trying to kill the Knicks. They're trying to kill the Knicks out here, man.
They could have had us way under 500.
Yeah.
So, and you know, a lot of those wins, I mean, everybody was kind of surprised, but the league was definitely like, yo, you know, they beat the Bucks, they beat the Celtics at home. Like, I remember watching that game. I had the Celtics, because I usually watch the Knicks broadcast, but you know, the Celtics, like, they were their commentators were shocked. They're like, "What?" You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're
but
getting blown out.
come on, man. Boston got to chill out. I feel like Boston is trying to convince us that Jason Tatum and this Jaylen Brown, they're nice, but they're not superstars. Come on. I mean, they got Toronto Raptor
I mean,
problems.
I think Tatum's got it, but he's still not. Yeah, I usually write like a top 15 and top 20. They're definitely not in the top 15. I don't think. You know what I mean?
I mean,
maybe top 20.
They're getting up there, but like they're not quite ready yet.
They're not like but they're good players. I'd say they're great players, but they're not gonna get. I don't feel like they were gonna get them over the hump. They still need one more guy. I think they thought Kemba was that guy, but I don't know how that's working out.
Man,
I can see them
I
trading
I don't know how it's working out
piece.
with them actually making him come back off an injury early. If you ever noticed the Boston Celtics, they have a lot of issues the way they treat guys that are injured. Like they always make them come back too early, or just they overwork them. Like something's off that, especially with Kemba Walker, man.
Yeah.
It's just they were already trying to trade him in the last draft. They were trying to get rid of him.
Yeah, I'm hearing about that. That might go down too. I think because they definitely want to make a push. I know they were embarrassed last year because I thought they were going to get a lot further. But
yeah, they
we'll
just need to
see.
stop trying to convince us that Jason Tatum is better than what he is. I feel like they're trying to convince us that he's a star. It's mad weird every time I see them talk about this dude. I'm like, yeah, he's nice, but he ain't get up to the next level yet. It's like they're trying to treat him as if he got up to the next level. I'm just like, not yet. Yeah, I'm still waiting on that.
No, I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I agree with that.
Yo, I appreciate the call,
But yeah,
man. Definitely.
Definitely, man. That's good. You're doing the live calls. I always try to keep your content, man. But that's good. You're doing you're doing your thing. But yeah, reach out to some of these other podcasts. I'll let people know too, so you get those numbers up, get some more callers and stuff. But,
yeah, definitely. But the thing is, I just kind of like talking about the stuff that I feel like is needed to be talked about. I don't really like a bunch of filler stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I always thought that stuff was pointless. That's the reason I don't really post too much, because I just want to talk about like the main things that I feel like the Knicks fans should be hearing, because there's a lot of fluff, man. They be preaching a lot of fluff.
Yeah, that's true, man. You gotta have your own style, and then you always throw that music in there, which is nice too. So, keep doing your thing, man. I filled out the email, so I'll get the notifications, and
All right, man.
Appreciate
it, man.
when we talk some Knicks.
All right, definitely, man.
All right.
Stay up. Be safe.
All right, bro. Peace.
All right, once again, y'all, I'm gonna leave the lines open. Check out the description. Hit me up. Let's chop it up. Lamb over rice, right on 8th Avenue. Let's talk about what's on your mind. All right, fellas, that's a wrap for tonight. Definitely going to get the live stream going a lot smoother for next time. Going to definitely do it a lot earlier. It's going to be days probably when the Knicks are not playing, but definitely sign up for the email list. That way you can get access to the call-in number and also notifications.